Hi everyone, this is Financial Literacy 101, and I just wanted to give you a quick update about the proposed, but I wanted really to break this down to you about the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act. So I'm gonna read a little bit to you, but you can follow along. So we're getting the same information at the exact same time. Now, it will be called the Mortgage and Cancellation Act of 2020. That means that all renters, all people who have a mortgage, starting from April, will be part of the State of Emergency Declaration. This is a fund that has been funded by the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. Now, they will repay and or rent a mortgage payment made in April 2020 to the tenant or the person who holds or the family who holds the mortgage. Now, landlords and lenders will be able to unpursue you, meaning they can't come after you for this money, They will be unable to pursue past due rent or mortgage, charge late fees, or any reported many payments to the credit agencies. They will not be able to hurt your credit. That's what that's actually saying. You're going to have two separate relief funds sponsored by HUD will be created for both landlords and lenders that will cover the entire cost, loss of rent, mortgages, payment as long as they agree to certain terms for a period of 5 years. Now, granted, not all people who are lenders, all people who are landlords, they may not do this, but I would think that majority of them will, especially if they're hurting financially, Any violation of this act by a lender or landlord could result in penalties ranging from $5,000 up to $50,000 and possible forfeiture of the property. So basically, in layman terms, back from April, which is the month we're currently in, of course, we wouldn't have to pay from that point all the way up until 6 months. Now, this bill is very aggressive, but let's read, just in case you may have rental property, maybe you're a landlord yourself. So it says here, the Landlord Relief Fund will require eligible landlords, which would include small property owners, family investors, public housing authorities, nonprofits, and cooperatives, to agree to the following terms for 5 years, Landlords can only evict for just cause and must provide documentation with any just cause eviction. Landlord cannot discriminate against a tenant's income source. Landlord must coordinate with local housing authorities to make new vacancies eligible to Section 8 vouching holders, a provision of 10% equity attendance, and the list go on and on. So you can get this information from www.food.com. It's also known as Motley Food. But here's another piece. The Lender Relief Fund will require the following of lenders. You'll report a detailed lending data delineated by race, ethnicity, zip code, age, credit score, interest rate, and other loan pricing features. Provide comprehensive data on the lender's office location, outreach practices, and referral systems on an annual basis. This is great information. Now, lastly, how will this bill affect real estate investors? This is a good one because a lot of us may indirectly or directly invest in real estate. While this proposal does offer relief for millions of Americans who are currently unemployed or have seen a significant decrease in income from the recession, it puts real estate investors, and particularly landlords, in a very tough position. It forces landlords to waive their rights to annual adjust their rental rates to offset inflation. So what that's saying is for that 5 years, they cannot raise your rent. It's phenomenal. Also, it's just increased property tax. They won't be able to do that if you have a home, or the state, property insurance, etc., or to compensate for any other variable costs that rise with time in order to receive relief and time being. Because there's some other pertinent. I'm going to get right to this. It says, how likely, this is the part I like, how likely is this to pass? Now, the key takeaway this, like I said before, this is an aggressive bill. The limitations posed to private property owners and lenders, in addition to the tremendous cost it will cost the country, right? It will cost the country a tremendous amount of money. And a lot of you I don't care. We pay a lot in taxes, and I will agree with you. But at the end of the day, do I believe this bill will get passed? I do not. What I believe is that elements, pieces of it may get passed. But I can tell you this. At this point, it's kind of difficult for us to leaning on our government to help us out. But even though we're tax-paying Americans, this is the one time where we got robbed paying taxes, because that's why rich people always find out ways to pay taxes. This is the one time where you you know what? We're not a socialist society, and we're capitalists, but these are socialist time where we need you, the government, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes to give me just a little bit more than $1,200. This Financial Literacy 101, learn money and be inspired. They got all that money and they still don't want to get nobody none.